Hi everybody, it's Kristen with HASTACIELOYMAS, and today is Friday, the 10th of November, 2017, and I'm coming to you with my week 47 duodenal switch update from San Antonio, Texas. I got home yesterday evening from Monterrey, Mexico, where I have been the past 12 days with JONI from Smilinsshrinking. Hi, JONI. It is crazy to be back home. It was kind of nice and kind of sad at the same way. I really was enjoying our time together and our stay. It was just amazing to be with someone who just gets you, just totally. That's what my daughter says. She just gets me, Mom. Well, I felt that way about JONI. And thank you so much, JONI, for making my trip so amazing. And for all the friends we made in Monterrey. Hola. I hope everything's going well. So it was just amazing. But it's back to reality. I am participating in what we're calling No Scale November. So I do not have a weight for you today, but I'm okay with that, and I'm hoping you are too. So let me just give you a little bit of rundown of what's kind of going on. Today is the 10th of November. On Monday, it will be my 11-month surgery, or it will have been 11 months since my surgery. So we're counting down to my 1 year. I actually began the process last July the 29th, with my first bariatric consult. My high weight was over 450, but by the date of my consult, I was at 435. And I began the ketogenic diet shortly thereafter and was able to lose weight before surgery. My weight loss before surgery was, I believe, 64 pounds. Gosh, I feel a little out of it. I believe I lost 64 pounds pre-op, and my surgical weight was 371. Right now, I am probably around 260. It's a little hard to tell. Yesterday, I had my first thin day in quite a while, so I was getting something right yesterday, and I think it was water. I don't know really what I got wrong and what I got right last week, but definitely I probably had less water and more sodium than I normally have. So, but I have not weighed since the start of November at least, and my last weight was somewhere in the mid 260s, I think. I don't even remember, and that's kind of freeing, guys. It's really kind of freeing. I do know that in order to have plastic surgery, I do need to be below 200. So right now, I'm kind of feeling like I just want to focus on the ultimate big prize goal and just not stress so much about the little day-to-day kind of minutia. My friend Lisa Pickens, 69, she is another lady who's had duodenal switch and had a lot of success, but she only weighs once a week. And spending time with JONI, I found out I really got to understand a bit about her daily routine, and she only weighs once a week. So I will not weigh again until December 1st, when I have my 1 year doctor's appointment with my surgeon. And I'd like to be in the 250s, but I really don't care where in the 250s. I really don't care what happens this month. This is my second Thanksgiving with being on this plan, and so I'm not worried about Thanksgiving. Last year we did Thanksgiving pre-op, and that went well. And last year, Halloween wasn't a big issue for me. This year, I came home to a bunch of Halloween candy that it's all my favorites too, but I'm staying away from that and not having any problems. So what has happened with my journey over the past 12 days, 2 weeks? Well, I was tracking on MyFitnessPal in Mexico, but I'm sure it wasn't the best tracking. However, in reviewing my stats from last week, even though I did eat some things in strict moderation that I don't normally eat, my stats weren't terrible. Now, a couple things I did eat that I don't normally eat. I did eat granola with a little bit of grain. It was not very grainy granola. It was more nuts and seeds, which is why I even purchased it in the first place. And I did eat that. And I did eat a couple tortilla chips, real great, authentic tortilla chips with guacamole or with salsa. but I didn't eat a lot of those either. So I tried to keep in strict moderation. There was a lot to choose from at breakfast, a lot to choose from at breakfast. And I didn't eat any pastries or anything. I did sample the crust of some waffles because that's kind of my weakness, but I never ate a full waffle. I just, Joni's got this way of making it really crispy by putting in minimal batter. And I did, break off a couple pieces of that and try to eat a little of that. And that was great. But, and then, on the last day, I went to the mall and I splurged on a purchase that I'm so excited about. I bought a new wallet. I really love it. It's a Colombian wallet that was sold in Mexico. It has this latch here, and then it opens up and has a lot of compartments. And then it also has a double zippered part where you open it up, and then there's another pocket inside for change. So I was wanting a new wallet, and this is just exactly what I wanted. So I was able to use up my pesos to buy it. So that was just awesome. I was super excited about that. And at the mall, when I got there, they had a Tim Hortons. I went to college in Buffalo, New York. I went to graduate school in Buffalo, New York. And I was super excited to see the Tim Hortons. I knew that I was going to get a coffee at Tim Hortons. So I walked and walked and walked, and I did a lot of walking at the mall. And then I came back and I got my coffee, and I made the very deliberate decision to get a donut. That was the first really super off-plan thing I've eaten in a long, long time. I had myself in a mindset that this was something that is not a treat. It's a choice. It's not at all going to set off a downward spiral. It's just a thing. And when I came home from Mexico yesterday, my mother-in-law had made authentic Honduran tamales. And you know what? I made the choice to eat some of her tamale because tamale making is a hard process, and it was an act of love. And I knew that even though I had done the donut on one of my last days, that I could still eat the tamale and not have that be related to the donut. It was a choice. And so I felt okay about that. Now, I also made a very deliberate choice not to eat any candy. So I'm just really trying to be very mindful about what I'm doing. Not feel guilted into eating something, but also not feel deprived by not eating something. The donut was not the greatest. I did slowly consume the entire thing with my coffee. The maple flavor, I got maple because I really love maple, but the maple flavor was good, but the donut wasn't super fresh and it wasn't super great. And now I know that I can avoid donuts and not have a problem avoiding them, just thinking that maybe these aren't really great. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm probably not in ketosis right now. My protein, here's my stats, my kind of average weekly. I did 90 protein, 60 fat, and 20 total carbs. So heck, I could be in ketosis, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself the weekend, and on Monday I'm going to check for ketosis, see if I'm in ketosis. And hopefully I am, maybe I'm not, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather check for ketosis than weigh, so I'm not going to weigh. But like I said, December 1st, I will be weighing. I want to tell you a little bit more about my trip. My flight was 45 minutes, which was amazing. We went up, we went down. I had no real problems with customs or immigration, neither in Mexico. I was able to bring my coconut oil back. That didn't get checked. I did have some things that got checked, but they were fine. And then when I got back, I was welcomed back to America, and on I went. So that was easy. When I got home, my son had just gotten home from school, and the one that's not as affectionate as the other was super happy to see me, and that was really great. I came in, I saw my little dog, Alegria, and as I was greeting everybody, my old man dog, Osito, comes hobbling up the hallway to see me, and he was so happy to see me, and he let me pick him up, which he never does because he's just in a lot of pain, I think. And he started kissing me, lots of kisses right here. And oh, it felt so good. I didn't even know if he'd be with us when I got home. And it felt so good. It felt so good. And I so needed that. And I know what he was thinking. Hey, I'm dying here. And that crazy lady left me, and I felt really bad about that. But anyway, my osito, he was happy to see his mama, and that felt good. One more thing I'm going to show you. I did not take these with me to Mexico, my Core Omega Max. And I had some constipation in Mexico. These are my Core Omega Max. They're a packet of fish oil. And yesterday I was watching Michelle's video, Hello VSG 2016, and she knows a lot about this kind of stuff. And she said that the part of the reason she takes the fish oil is to keep her bowels regulated. And I felt like my bowels were not regulated. And now I'm thinking it could be because I did not take any fish oil product while I was gone. So that was kind of interesting. So in closing, I want to keep it together and say thank you to everybody who reached out to me on Sunday with the attack, the massacre at the Baptist church here in San Antonio. Of the 100 or so Baptist churches in my area, this was a church that I was very familiar with. My husband and my children, my boys, go down there every year for the past several years to be gifted to pick up the Vacation Bible School decorations, supplies, and setup for our church. I'm going to try to put in some pictures of the Vacation Bible School decorations that were made by the people of the Sutherland Springs Church. It's really hard being back in my own community. I did go to a Baptist church on Sunday. I wasn't raised Baptist. In fact, I was not raised with any faith. My parents were atheist, agnostic. And when I became a Christian in my 20s, I went to just a regular old Christian church. But when we moved to Texas, we needed a bilingual church, and I've attended a Baptist church the entire time I've been in Texas, and that's about 15 years, and I've been at my specific church for the past 12 years. And a lot of people were saying that my church looks very similar to the church that was attacked, and the size, the setup, the inside, etc., they were probably built similar years, and they just look a lot alike. And I just really haven't really started the process of healing from this. I'm just really struggling with this. So I did have a lot of issues on Sunday with stress eating. Being in Mexico, I was definitely eating for the wrong reasons on Sunday, and I was able to identify that, and JONI helped me through that. But anyway, I did go to church in Mexico, and when I returned home, I found out about the attack, and then I went back on Monday to church in Mexico. They had invited me to the Reunión Femenil, the women's meeting, and the women were so amazing to me. They prayed with me and loved on me, and it was really, really awesome. So I'm back, and I am glad to be home and glad to see my family, my children, my husband. My mother-in-law will be leaving tomorrow for several weeks visiting other family here in the United States. So I have to cook again, but I'm kind of excited about that, to have a little more control of what I'm doing in the kitchen. So anyway, guys, I love you all so much, and I really appreciate all the support you've given to JONI and myself the past 2 weeks. And you know my plan. I will be returning in about a year. And so keep encouraging me. I'm going to be working out, going to be exercising, lifting weights, going back to the gym to go back to water aerobics, and hopefully be ready late next October. So God bless you all from the heart of Texas, and I'll see you next week. Bye.